On Louisiana's ballot this election season. Orleans Parish residents, actually this is an ordinance, Orleans Parish residents voted yes on amendments to the home rule charter that would set aside 2% of the city's annual budget and put it into a trust for affordable housing. Again, this is an ordinance, not an amendment. 75% of voters voted yes on that ordinance. The second establishes a worker bill of rights, enshrining the right to a fair living wage, comprehensive health care coverage, and ability to organize a union for city workers. 80% of voters voted yes on that ordinance.